I pre-ordered Marathon. I've played over 150 hours. I am incredibly casual. I have never completed a vault in Cairo Archive. These are my thoughts on the game 5 months after release. One thing I want to acknowledge is it is okay to not want to listen to someone who hasn't really fully experienced the game. Regardless of the fact that I can't do it, that shouldn't be the basis of changing an entire game. I just don't want to invest the time it takes to do those things, and I can guess that people who love this game would hate hearing that. But I feel I have a voice for the casual players that aren't necessarily obsessed with the idea that the game needs to go hardcore on PvE. But I also sympathize and recognize heavily that for people who do not want to sweat, there is no point in playing this right now. And I hate to acknowledge this reality, but as of this recording, there are 4,000 players on Steam, and Steam is widely believed to be the primary platform. And the people that are left bleed this game. And the only thing I'm capable of doing with them in my game is bleeding. In the history of my life, I have only ever pre-ordered 4 video games: Dead Rising 2, Halo Reach, Starfield, and Marathon. The internet will tell me I'm 2 for 4. Personally, I'm lucky enough to feel that each pre-order lived up to that purchase. However, Marathon was a pre-order in the live service era. The rumblings of what we are dealing with now maybe could have been seen, but I got really caught up in Marathon when they initially revealed their changes to the game after a 1-year delay. In fact, I had pretty much not heard of this game at all until the updated announcements. I am not a Destiny fan. In fact, I think that IP hindered a once great studio, but that's another video for another time. I was a massive Halo fan. 2 of the 4 pre-orders I've ever made in my life are Bungie games. Why did I buy Marathon? I bought Marathon for 2 sole reasons. 1, because it looked cool. In fact, I think cool is an utterly disrespectful word to describe the work that went into the art and atmosphere of Marathon. It seemed serious, and it also seemed polished. I'll be honest, putting that blue blood was seriously was a night and day difference when I compared it to earlier versions. Number 2, Elden Ring Night Rain. In the fall of 2022, a video game took over the entire world and subjected us to its addicting masochism in Elden Ring. I hated Elden Ring when it came out. I did not pre-order, but I did buy it on day 1. I could not believe that unbearable sweatfest with no story to follow was somehow a revolution in gaming. I put it down, said everyone was wrong, picked it up a year later, and the rest is history. I now believe it's one of the greatest games of all time. I got good. Night Rain took all of my initial problems with Elden Ring, one of those being believing I could have full co-op across the map, that's whatever, and made it into a sweet little roguelite multiplayer. And this was my first real introduction to this idea of going and playing something for 30 plus minutes, dying, and having it be for nothing. And it was an absolute blast. I loved every second of it. Now, Night Rain isn't an extraction shooter, but because of it, I felt strongly that I was okay with failing in a way I had never been before with video games, especially multiplayer. That allowed me to say, okay, I'm gonna get Marathon. Now, why did I pre-order? I wanted the cool skins. It's a live service game where other people can see me, and in a way, I kind of wanted to say I believe in this game, and I was one of the original supporters. The game itself. Atmosphere and gunplay. Bungie is based in Bellevue, Washington. Marijuana is legal in Washington. Them dudes were smoking fat playing this game. And if you ever do get to play this game in a recreationally fun, legal way, the experience is unlike anything in a multiplayer game. Sound design is damn near out of this world, and to somehow balance a horror game approach to sound design with the chaos of a multiplayer game is great. Just listen to this. Gunplay. It's Bungie. They do it really well. I will be honest, fighting UESC got immediately boring to the point that I don't even care to do objectives involving them. I get so much more enjoyment off of a unique, real interaction with a player. That's where the gameplay, for me, shines. The game itself is not just fine, it's really good. But ultimately, the greatest live services, they're not stuck on one mode. There are multiple things for people to do. Just thinking about Fortnite and Warzone alone, they have multiple game modes, some so far off from the original vision that it keeps players enticed and interested in those ecosystems. Which brings me to my next and final point. Where do we go from here? I'll be honest, I don't want to play Destiny 3. If I wanted to play Destiny 3, I would have never put Destiny 1 down 11 years ago and wrote off the sequel because I could tell it would be kitty grindslop with the most overly convoluted onboarding and systems ever in a video game. But please don't allow my personal feelings and yours towards Destiny to influence this video, but seriously, I don't want Marathon to become Destiny 3. Vault Breaker, to me, was straight garbage, and everything I've told you about the atmosphere and aura of the game is just out the window. I will give Bungie the benefit of the doubt in acknowledging that it is a early access or test mode, but there isn't a single thing I pulled from that mode and said, wow, this needs to come immediately.
I don't know, that shit's like boring knowing that there's no like threat of another player. Like, this is just Destiny, bro. I don't want to play Destiny. I don't want to do that. I want to play Halo. I want to play a new Halo.
So for me, where do we go from here? I don't fucking know. I don't work for a major video game company, and every Steam thread, Reddit thread, Discord conversation is a combination of people saying, if you just add this, if you just add that, man, if they just had a new PvE mode, blah, 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 blah. I can't listen to any of that because 90% of these people don't work in video game development. So I don't know what I want, and neither do they. I know what would be cool to me, but I'm not going to act like my suggestion would save the game or company, because as of right now, PvE mode is not what I want. If I'm being honest, I want arena PvP. Sectionalize the maps, do a traditional 4v4, 8v8, I don't know, create a separate leveling system. Honestly, just straight Halo that bitch. Halo has great PvE modes, but it wasn't the focus of the game like Destiny 2, and my biggest concern is that they listen to these nostalgia crash outs that weren't playing their game and are going to punish those who did like this game by making Destiny 3, which I would never in any world actually purchase. I pre-ordered Marathon, I don't regret it, but I think half the game is inaccessible to me, and I don't think PvE changes are going to keep me playing. If I wanted to shoot endless hordes, mini bosses, and some big mega boss with 5 health bars, I'd just play Destiny. This was kind of my first real attempt at any kind of like video essay crap, but I just felt really strongly about this game and I want to talk about it. My points weren't that great, I apologize, but I still want to continue to have a discussion about this game and where it goes. I love it. It's beautiful. You know, I'm going to keep trying every season when they come out, but I'm a little disillusioned with stuff. So, but overall, if you enjoyed the video, if you took away something from it, like, subscribe, dislike, report for more videos like this.